Hello, welcome to my channel. This is Toro, and today I'll be talking to you about the vision board. Also, before I continue, if you're new to my channel, just want you to subscribe to my channel on YouTube and follow me on Facebook, and so that we can build this thing together. And I want to talk about vision board. Vision board. What is a vision board, and why is it important for one to have a vision board? Vision board can be a book, it can be a file that you've opened, it can be a board somewhere that you've just pasted somewhere and then you write what you want to do in the next 2 years, 1 year, 6 months, 3 months, 5 years, 10 years from now. Every one of us, each and every one of us, I believe it's important for us to have a vision board. And number one, the vision board guides you. The vision board guides you. The vision board always reminds you that there's something that you need to do. The vision board also reminds you that you have something that you need to fulfill. And the reason why you need a vision board is just simple. To me, it's just simple. Why? There have been many times that I was driving, and then I'll have a thought. Something will pop up in my brain. Something will pop up in my mind. And then I'll say to myself, oh, let me get to the next stop, or the next parking whatever lot, and then I'll write it down. I'll get to the next stop, and then I'll just forget. After a few hours, I'll remember that, oh, I had a thought, I had something that I needed to write. And sometimes I will think and think and think and think and not even remember anything. So I believe that as a people, if we want to be somewhere, we have to have a vision board where we put down what we want to do. If you want to set up a business, what kind of business you want to set up. Let's say, example, if you want to set up a restaurant, what kind of food do you want to sell? You have to put it down. You have to write it down so that you know where you are going. Because many times it's like we don't know where we are going because we don't have a vision board. And when you don't have the vision board, it's like you have nothing to guide you. You have nothing to guide you. So I believe that if you're somebody who has a vision, if you're somebody who wants to be somewhere, don't just assume anything. Don't just think, I'll remember this, I'll remember that. The truth of the matter is you remember nothing. So I want you to have a vision board. The vision board will guide you. The vision board will remind you. Some people don't want other people to see their vision board, so you can also have a book where you write all your stuff. And remember that all the things that you are writing, there are some that at the end of the day you will cross it out. No doubt about that one. But it's better to put it down so that in case if you have about 10 things that you want to do within the next 3 years, when you start looking at the vision board, you start having more ideas, and some of them you might want to cross them out because of certain reasons, and then you might pursue other things. So you might have 10 things, and at the end of the day, only 2 that you'll be working on as far as your vision is concerned. So whenever you have a thought, whenever you have an idea, instead of discussing it with somebody for him or her to discourage you, put it on a paper, write it down, and keep it by your side. and start working towards your vision. Start asking questions about your vision. Start asking questions about what you want to do, the kind of business that you want to build. Start making calls. Start going on the internet and checking and getting more information about what you want to do. Start checking about how much money you need, the capital that you need to start that business. Because there are some businesses you don't need much capital to start. But then at the end of it all, you don't need much capital, but the end is very profitable. So have a vision board. Don't just live your life, plan your life. What you want to do, where you want to live within the next 5 years. Do you want to move to Africa? Do you want to move to Asia? Do you want to stay in America? Do you want to stay in London? Wherever you want, what do you want to do? Because you have to get to a place where you have that financial freedom. And most of us, before we can get to that place of having that financial freedom, we have to pursue our vision, pursue our dream. And that is what many of us don't want to do. If you want to keep working for somebody and clocking in and clocking out, that is fine. But somebody like me, I don't want to be clocking in and clocking out for the rest of my life. I believe that it's important for me to have a vision board. What is it that you want to do? Do you want to build estates within the next 5 years? Put it down. What do you want to do? Do you want to build a business? Do you want to go into manufacturing? Do you want to go into production? Write it down. And one thing that I want to remind you, don't be afraid to write whatever that comes into you. Don't be afraid. Because if you look at your present circumstance or your present circumstances, you will doubt yourself. You will doubt yourself. So I want you to pursue this vision with strength, with much power. Have that big dream. Fight for that dream until it comes to pass. I want to be financially free. I don't know about you. I'm not talking about big money, big this. I want to be comfortable. I want to be free before I can start thinking about the next step. Many of us wants to be on the top 7, which I call perfection. But many of us don't want to start from the scratch. It's because you don't have a vision. It's either you don't have a vision. So that means if you don't have a vision, you don't have a vision board where you can put down what you want to do, or you don't. You are helping somebody to pursue their vision, which there's nothing wrong with that. But as you help somebody to pursue their vision, also have a vision for yourself, because you are only helping them. A time is going to come, they will tell you, we don't need you anymore. What are you going to do? Have a vision. Have a vision board. Have something planned out. Have something, write something down and work towards it. Don't just sit, but just write, because if you put down things that you want to do, it will not come. It will not just come, and it will not just happen. You have to work on it. So because I drive a lot, I decided to make this file, right? And then whenever a thought, something comes into my mind, into my brain, quickly I grab it and I take a pen. And sometimes when I'm driving, I'll make sure that I watch the road and then I'll write it down. I was even going to get what we call like a small recorder, but I realized that I can use my phone. Small recorder, when a thought comes into my, I can just speak and record it and keep it till I get to my destination or home, and then I'll write it down. Please, let's have this kind of mentality of people with vision. And if you have to talk to people about that vision, make sure you talk to the right people. Because 90-something% of the time, when you show people your vision, what you have on your vision on your vision board, they will discourage you. So maybe you have to talk to the 5% or the 1%. who will tell you, fight for that dream, fight for that vision. It's good, it's a good one, work on it, do this here, do that here, correct this thing here, and then they will guide you to make sure that that vision comes to pass. Not people that will discourage you and kill that vision before it even materializes. So have a vision, have a dream, put it down, get a vision board, and write what you want to do. The next 10 years, you should know what you want to do the next 10 years. Somebody will say that, oh, anything can happen. Yes, I believe that things can happen, but have a vision board. No matter what, write it down, pursue that vision, fight for that vision. Make sure that you are doing the right thing. Make sure you are getting information on that. Make sure you are doing inquiries. How much money you need, whether you need money or not, whether you need. Some people, their vision is to do certain things, and before they can even start or before they can even get a role, it's just that they have to just talk to people. And once the people get their vision, they tap into it, they bring money for them to establish that business. So make sure any thought that comes into you, don't just sit down and think that, oh, it's just something that is coming into your mind. Write it down. Write it down. It might be that God is giving you something that will help you for the rest of your life. So please, you will not lose anything by getting a vision board, pen and paper that you just write. Nothing will happen. Just write it down. You want to build a restaurant? You want to build a hotel? Write it down. You want to go into rentals, renting properties? Write it down. You will do it. It will happen. So write it down. Don't let anything stops you. Have a place where you can write stuff and keep stuff and write your vision down. And not only by writing, also fight that vision. Work on it. Work towards it. And you'll get to that point. So I just wanted to talk to you about this, because I believe that you have to have somewhere that you keep your vision. Some people write it and paste it by their bed. And whenever they get up in the morning, they look at it and they read and they confess those things. They speak it into being. Write your vision wherever you want to place it, whether in your book where you can open because you don't want anybody to read, or whether you want to paste it by your bed, or by your dresser, the mirror, or by your bathroom somewhere, or by your studio, or by your car somewhere, or by your bathroom somewhere. Put it in places where you can see. That will remind you that this vision will come to pass. That no matter what people are saying about that vision, or people will ever say, I'll make sure that I work towards that vision. Look at somebody like Tyler Perry. When he wanted to go into this movie thing, there are a lot of people who told him that this thing will not work. You will not make it. But he proved them wrong. I want you to prove them wrong. That vision that you have, that you are working on, that people don't know. That vision by your door, that vision by your bedside, that vision that you've placed in your bathroom or in your kitchen, on the mirror in your car. That vision will come to pass. You will see the full manifestation of that vision. You will see it materializes. You will see it at work. You see, let the naysayers, let them know that what they are saying is not a final thing. What you are doing and what you want to be, write it down, work towards it. You will make it. It will happen. That business will be established. It will happen for everybody to see. So have a vision board and write things down. Read them as you go. Work towards it. And it will come to pass. It will happen. I believe so. So I want to see you in my next video, next 2 years from now, 1 year from now, saying that my vision has come to pass. Now I see my business, I see what is going on, and it's happening. Thank you for joining me today. This is Toro. Thank you for subscribing. Till I come again your way, you can go on YouTube and subscribe. I'm on Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook also. Thank you for joining me. You have a wonderful weekend, a wonderful day. Thank you.